Welcome back to another fun and exciting show in this path of Gnosis. A path of Gnosis is what we're on. That is what each episode is about, covering many different aspects of the time-space continuum, reality, fractal reality that we live in. Today is a geometry day, so we're going to be introducing the next geometry for the Galactic Code section, which we're now deeply into the Galactic Code section. What do you reckon? Look, it's Obi-Wan Kenobi, and Aang has now obviously got hover pads, so he can float around the place. Pretty cool, eh? Well, these are the sorts of things. Yeah, the Galactic Code section's about, travelling in the stars on starships. I think probably hover pads first, though. Hover pads first. Yeah. Bit of a flyby there from the fluffy creatures. They just wanted to say hello. Right. Quite a lot to cover today. Yeah. So we've reached day 57, and we're on card 18, which is Galactic 5, which is also Galactic Arkana, number 5. Are we there yet? Yeah, actually, yeah. Yeah, we have. We've arrived, once again, at a geometry day. And this is for the galactic level, or the ether, which actually connects very strongly with the geometry of today. The cosmic microwave background is shaped in the same structure as today's geometry. We live in a fractal realm within a fractal realm. Everything looks this way to us here on the planet from our perspective, but it's just a facet. Yeah. And maybe there's further hidden codes, perhaps, connected with today. Usually the fifth major arcana is traditionally called the Hierophant. So again, it's a human-like figure on a throne. Do humans rule the universe? Or is that perhaps nature that rules the universe? The cosmic nature. And humans just move around within it. Yeah. On the surface layer. Claiming to be powerful when in fact they're just a coastal biome. You know, it's good to get things in perspective in relation to orders of magnitude, which is really what happens when you behold the fractal, that there's all these orders of magnitude. It's really only understandable with a fractal, because if it's just linear, it doesn't have all these different levels. Yeah, maybe specialists are aware of these different levels, but for the general public to be aware of these fractal levels so they can be informed and make informed choices, well, that's why Arcturians make codes. What will the codes bring forth today from the ancient times? Well, it's deep into the galactic realms at the moment, deep in the middle of the night here, and that seems pretty fitting to me. So here's the card for today. You may recognize the geometry. And in here, that's the zodiac. That's the Egyptian themed zodiac, which I work with as an example. So the Galactic Code section. Card 18, Galactic 5, the Ether Geometry, Dodecahedron Facet. The stars that make up the constellations in our skies only look that way from our point of view in the galaxy. Go to Luna 12. From a galactic perspective, therefore, we are looking at the universe from within one facet of time-space. For our coordinates, go to Alchemy 8, which is this card. This geometry represents the deeper wiring under the board of our cosmos, anchored at galactic center, where the traditional signs of Sagittarius, Scorpio, and Ophiuchus all meet. And I've got a note here, shape of CMB, Cosmic Microwave Background. Yeah, the deeper wiring under the board, yeah, on a galactic level, so far beyond the Gregorian linear level. Yeah. Well, this is the next stage in our evolution, is to realize that we're actually galactic beings, which we are, because we live in a galaxy. So, becoming aware of the nature of the galaxy that we live in could be a sensible move for a species at our point in our evolution. Yeah. If you have my first book, on page 115, you can find all this information here. And here already you can see the connection between the 5 long counts and the precessional cycle, which is what today is about. Yeah. And that happens to also be very close to 777 diamond matrices. So 777 times 33. Yeah. But that's just that's just an anomaly. Couldn't possibly be some, hidden code in the structure of reality that we live in. Could help us understand the reality we actually live in. Yeah. So, black on Galactic Arkana number 10, we mentioned all these different waveforms. So yesterday, we spoke about the 4 long counts, which is the rotation of the egg, rotation of Ptah. Today is the 5 long counts, which connects to the ages of the zodiac, or what is scientifically called the precession of the equinoxes. So, if you include yesterday's episode with today, what you have is the understanding of what causes this to shift and what causes this to shift, because one of these is anchored via the 4 long counts and the other one is by the 5, which is quite fascinating. Again, the numbers 4 and 5. Yeah, 4 times 5, that's 20. 20 count, 20 fingers and toes. Reality we live in on a macrocosmic level, reflecting our microcosmic level. Could there potentially be some sort of secret code I mean, it's not really a secret code anymore, is it? Because I'm revealing it in these videos. Yeah, to make it public. Yeah. That is what I've been focusing my research on for many, many years. Yeah. Definitely past 22 years now. Right. So, okay. So we're now reaching the galactic, the realm of consciousness. Yeah, the realm of the consciousness, of the awareness. Yeah. We've been through all these levels, yeah. We've been through the cube. Yep. We've been through the icosahedron and the Merkaba, and we've been through the octahedron, and now the moment has arrived. Indeed it has. And now we reveal the final piece. Wow, look at that. Wow. Whoa. Wow. Look at this. Wow, it's like it has stars inside. See these stars? Wow. Well, this is the geometry for the galactic level, so it should really have stars inside. Yeah. Blessings. Blessings. So it has these these pentagon sides. These pentagon sides. Yeah, which is again the five long counts. Which is again that pentacles, the 5. Is there maybe a secret code there? Maybe? Yeah. Right. Well, yesterday we spoke about how the Holocene, the warmest points of the Holocene, ran between these two last long counts before 2012. What about this bit? Because we do know from the records that interglacials can last up to about 5 long counts is the maximum. 3 is the medium, and 1 is the smallest. So what was happening in the previous to the warmest points? Well, I made this sketch during my last videos, and you'll notice there's something quite fascinating about it. We were just talking about the 5. So what's going on here? Can you see that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, wow, it's in the shape of a hand. Wow. And what's this period here? Yeah, this is the brief warming before the Younger Dryas. Brief warming, Younger Dryas. Full warming, which is also connected with the flood myths. And then we've been living through this part, now reaching the tip of this finger. So what is the most likely future, according to all the different fractal levels that we've covered? Yeah, that's right. We're walking down off the mountain again. We've climbed the mountain, and now we're walking down off the mountain. Yeah, and it actually even fits. Again, reflecting the as above, so below, with 5 long counts. Yeah, and here's the ring finger. Yeah, which is the long count where the winter solstice sun aligned with the center of the galaxy, right here. Yeah, I find that pretty fascinating. especially with all the different theories about what's going on at the moment. Will there be more warming before it's cooling? Or is it just going to be cooling from now onwards? Well, you know, a lot of people just think it's time to just, you know, yeah, it's all just America fuck, yeah, it's all just, there is no natural law. In a consciousness that only understands reality from the perspective of the Gregorian calendar, then what is all this ancient wisdom that matches up with climatic records that last thousands and thousands of years? Yeah? Is the Gregorian calendar an advanced enough time science for a species at our stage in evolution? No, I don't think it is. I think we've actually outgrown it. And we need to actually outgrow it. Yeah, that I think is part of the message of 2012. The return, of the ancient wisdom. Yeah, so we can actually evolve, like do the things which we claim to do as an evolved species. Yeah, to actually evolve. So, I'm not so sure about this one, because if the idea is just to burn and burn and burn more, destroy habitats, burn more, you know, forget about all these ice ages, you know, whatever. I think that's a very dangerous path, because nature's going this way. So, eventually, we might make it warmer and warmer and warmer and warmer, but eventually it's just going to be, because nature rules. Yeah, on a higher level, on a vaster scale of orders of magnitude, humans need to get off the throne. Yes. Again, we've got the Arkana cards here, and I think actually it looks like someone else is on the throne there now. Yeah, and what does that say? The hiero-glyphs. Yeah, the hiero-glyphs. Is that another level to this? The 5 long counts that measures a precessional cycle. What are the other features in the precessional cycle? Are there maybe some glyphs? Right, there's some glyphs. That's what it is. I was looking for the glyphs. Where are the glyphs? Here we go. Right. So the glyphs. Well, here, before I open it out, you can see here's that middle finger here, which is the Holocene maximum, which we've covered. And here are the previous 2 fingers, which is, this is the Holocene right here. But look at these. What's this about? Right, well, these are the ages of the zodiac that connect up with these periods of time. Yeah. These 4 main ages, age of Gemini, and Taurus, and Aries, and Pisces. Yeah. But what happened before and after? Yeah, well, look at this. During this period, which was when it warmed briefly here, and then younger Dryas is down here, and then it warmed the next time, and that was the age of Leo. Yeah, where the records, the records go back to this period, and there's definitely places that point to certain areas on the Earth at the equinox that speak of age of Leo as being a marker point for the beginning of cycles. So what marks the beginning is Leo, and what marks the end? Aquarius. Yeah, which are essentially pretty much opposite signs, aren't they? Yeah. Wow. So actually, even the signs of the zodiac, the hiero-glyphs of the zodiac, match up. Yeah. Well, this is the point when, as well, the axis of the Aldebaran Antares axis. Aldebaran is the eye of Taurus. So it was the age of Taurus because Aldebaran was at the equinox, which is part of Taurus, and the name of the age is dependent on what sign is rising at the equinox. So this point here, yeah, that's when the eye of Taurus was aligned to the spring equinox. Precisely. And this point here is when winter solstice was aligned with the center of the galaxy. So that's two very precise points, not just in our own climatic records or historical records, but also alignments in the galaxy. Wow. Wow. Yeah, that's literally how I'm experiencing this information. Yeah. Wow. Fascinating. So how is it that this information is so, apparently occult, is hidden? Why is it hidden? Is it perhaps because there's more to our reality than we usually talk about? Yeah, we usually talk about the land, yeah, and the air and the fire and the water, yeah, but what about the ether? What about the ice? And what about flux? Yeah, what about the fluctuation? Yeah, see, these are the parts which aren't usually included. And you can't have a holistic perspective if you miss out parts. No. We live on one of these facets of the galaxy. Yeah. The stars look the way they do from the perspective of where we are in the galactic being. Yeah. How many stars are there? Right. Well, today is Galactic Arkana number 5, and we're talking about 5 long counts which connect with these 5 fingers, which connect with, yeah, that's right, the original warming, and then the Younger Dryas, and then the Holocene period, and then, yeah, walking down off the mountain. This is what all of these calculations relate to. All the maths adds up. We are talking about a geometric average and an organic fluctuation. Yeah. So I was doing a bit more reading online, and I was looking for references. And I just so happened to find something which actually I find quite fascinating. I never went to university, but the latest science agrees with my theories of my Cyrus slipstream, which is time speeding up and slowing down, which equates to the solar system accelerating and decelerating. And there I was, reading online, looking for more clues. And what did it say? Just prior to the Younger Dryas, the Sun and the gas giants recovered their lost acceleration and magnetic field strength. Yeah, well, living in a holistic universe, where everything is connected, it makes sense. If the sun, the gas giants are slowing down, yeah, that even our year would be affected and get slightly longer, which is what the codes have communicated to me through doing this research. 372s, yeah, faster year, as in takes less time. 391, slightly slower and slightly longer year. Well, we're talking about, minutes, but realize again, it's orders of magnitude. As our planet compared to the size of Jupiter and Saturn, Neptune and Uranus, or the Sun, yeah. So it may appear like a small amount, but these small amounts are fractal ratios. That's what the maths has communicated to me. This is another example of how that maths adds up, this time related to the number 5. Yeah, I really think we need to get the humans off the throne, and we need to put nature, cosmic nature, on the throne. Yeah. Yeah, so all humans can be equal. Yeah, equal, equality, equity, all these words, equilibrium, yeah, as a species, but we all live inside cosmic nature. So this is the test. Yeah, this is the test. I've got my galactic spots on today for old time's sake. But I had to stop putting my spots on because, funnily enough, my skin reacted and I got actual spots. Which is a fascinating lesson, isn't it? To keep doing the same thing and not change. Yeah. Regardless of the result. Yeah, it's pretty insane, really. I think we might need a bit more galactic codes. Wow. It's truly the most fascinating geometry. And there's something hidden inside this. I'm just going to try and turn it into the right position. Hopefully we'll find a good position to see what we're talking about here. Oh, can you see that? Wow, what's that? Yeah, that's a hidden cube within the dodecahedron. Right, so 3D is an optical illusion. Right, 3D is an optical illusion. Wow. Well, from this cosmic geometry point of view, when we're talking about vast scales of orders of magnitude, yeah, we live in a facet of a fractal reality. There are many aspects to this fractal reality, and that's what I've been covering in these videos. Acceleration and deceleration. Time's speeding up and slowing down. Speeding up and slowing down in relation to the 0.242424242424, which is the geometric constant. At least within the Holocene period, yeah, definitely. But maybe even the geometric constants change, and they go through shifts, and then they find a new geometric constant. So, yeah. Goes back to one of my original sayings that's kept me sane throughout the years, which is the only constant is change. Blessed be. I think we've covered everything for today. 5 long counts. Hand of prophecy. What is prophecy about? Telling the future. Really? Wow. That's interesting. Well, I've never claimed to be a prophet. I just study fractal codes, and I have a deep respect for our ancestors and the wisdom for around our planet. Ultimately, the purpose is peace. 19,000 years of peace. To start off with. Yeah? To start off with. 19,000 years of peace. Project. Welcome. Galactic Peace Project. Yeah. Arcturians here with the codes. Blessed be. Take care. And much love. Thank you for watching. See you soon.